Yo, was geht up? This is Max from Real Social Dynamics, standing here in the cold, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the 7 game hacks that will get you really good at game really freaking fast. In fact, these are game hacks that I'm adhering to and my clients are adhering to that are getting us incredibly amazing results, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Now, if this is not the first time you're watching one of my videos and you're not subscribed yet, now is a really good time to hit that subscribe button. Right next to that subscribe button is a little bell symbol. You hit that too. That way you always get notified every time I'm dropping a new video. And if you probably already know that, on this channel I'm going to be teaching you the dirty, dirty truth. Okay, I'm not some journalist who's going to teach you some BS because I don't go out and I'm just like, just be confident bullshit. No, you know that on this channel, dude, we're teaching you the fucking truth. I'm not going to sweet talk anything. I've been traveling the world 4 times, been teaching tens of thousands of men in person, hundreds of thousands of men online, and this is me helping you out, okay? This is me dropping the freaking truth because nobody else does it. All right. Anyways, before we go into cracking the first game hack, let me give you a real disclaimer here. Way too many guys are never getting good at game because they dabble and because they're doing the wrong things. Are you a person who's been in the game for longer than a couple weeks and you haven't gotten any results? Spoiler alert, I'm sorry to break it to you, you're doing things wrong, okay? This is what we call little boys game. Little boys game are people that watch all the videos and they don't fucking apply it. You're that? You're doing little boys game. Congratulations. Little boys game is people who say, oh, I'm not ready yet. I need to get my finances handled first. I need to get my six-pack handled first. I don't have time. I'm waiting till summer. I don't have a wingman. All this bullshit excuses. Again, if you've been knowing game for longer than a couple weeks and you haven't gotten laid yet, you're doing a lot of things very, very wrong. All it takes is a couple of weeks of proper execution, doing a little bit of the right things, getting a little bit of content. That's all you need. And if you're then not getting laid, you're doing things wrong. I'm sorry. I know this pisses you off, but someone had to tell you, okay? Now, the cool thing about these hacks is the first couple hacks that I'll be sharing with you are very, very simple, but they become more and more powerful. So actually make sure you watch this video all the way till the end. Let's go. Which brings me to the first point. First game hack here is the following. Actually go out and approach. It sounds so simple, but you need to actually go out and approach. Okay, you can literally set up a rule for yourself. 1 video means 1 going out and approaching, okay? You're not allowed to watch a single video without actually applying what you're being taught in that video. So I'm happy and I'm very appreciative if you watch one of my YouTube videos, but I want you to apply that too. Don't be the guy who watches a bunch of videos until he feels ready enough to have all the theory. No, 1 video equals 1 going out and approaching, okay? You're not allowed to watch 2 videos back to back without approaching in between. You need to do that. Here's the thing too, on a side note, it fits very well to this first point. It's not about content, it's about opportunity. If it was about content, everybody who's ever watched a single video of mine would get great results. Look, dude, the knowledge is out there. Literally any possible question you could ever have about game, I already answered with the video. Yet, why is there still people who are not getting results? Well, because they don't execute. It's not about content. You don't need content anymore. It's about opportunity. It's about actually executing on the right things. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's not about content. It's about opportunity. Actually go out and approach. First hack. Let's crack into the second hack. Hack number 2 is always go for the more difficult interaction. And I kind of have to smile there because this is something I've been guilty of for a very, very long time, you know. You've probably been there too. Yeah, what was that? You go into a nightclub, you know, you want to do the approaches, and then you're standing there and you see the hot, beautiful 9 or 10 dancing on the dance floor surrounded by 10 guys. Or the average looking 7 standing at the bar and you're like, hi there, Mrs. 7, and then you kind of go home with her and you kind of pat yourself on the shoulder that you did job. Yeah, you said like, yeah, good. That literally sounded like she said, yeah, good. And at the same time, you missed the opportunity to get with a really good 10. So again, always go for the more difficult interaction. If you make that as a rule, what happens are 2 very, very good things. Number 1, it actually trains your approach muscle, right? The more weight you put on your biceps, the stronger it will get with all those repetitions, right? So it's exactly the same game. When you train yourself to do the more difficult interactions, you train your approach muscle, you get used to being in discomfort, and the more you get used to being in discomfort, the more grounded you can be, the more relaxed you can be, the more quote-unquote confident you will come across. And the second good thing is that a regular interaction then is going to be even easier for you, right? So imagine you're in the nightclub, you're talking to the hot 10, surrounded by 10 guys. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? You maybe get rejected, but who gives a damn? And you survive that, and then the next day, you know, you walk into the gym and, you know, in the middle of the street, you meet a cute girl, and now you're talking to her. There's no loud music, there's no competition, you're not super nervous. It's easy as hell for you, and yeah, that way you can basically always feel ready for any kind of situation. And honestly, those guys that are willing and that are used to doing the more difficult approaches, they always get rewarded with hotter girls, with cooler, crazier experiences, with more mind-blowing stuff where you're like, wow, I didn't even think I could do these things, but because I went for the more difficult situation, I actually succeeded. And that's where, you know, that's the stuff that dreams are made from. Which brings us to hack number 3. Let's swoosh right into that. And the third hack is actually stay in the interaction. This sounds very simple, but hear me out. Look, I see so many guys, they go walk up to the girl, they talk to her, and then just because the girl doesn't jump on their penis after 2 minutes, they leave the interaction. You know, it didn't go anywhere, she wasn't interested. Look, dude, for us, man, it's very simple. You know, we see a girl and, you know, within half a second, we will decide whether or not we want to have sex with her. But for girls, it takes a while. They want to get to know the guy, to see, okay, what does he have in store? Is he confident? La-di-da. So for her, it takes a while, okay? So by you exiting the interaction, you're completely depriving yourself of any chance to get with any girl. Any guy that is good with girls is able to stay in the interaction until, write this down, until the girl either verbally asks you to leave, okay, hey, please leave, fuck off, or until she physically walks away herself. If you set that rule up for yourself, you're going to get to know girls way better, and you're actually going to increase your chances with girls threefold, fourfold, fivefold. It's incredible. Again, do not leave the interaction unless she actually tells you to, or she actually physically walks away. Give yourself that rule. You'll be surprised how much boringness and stupidity you can get away with. You'll be surprised how willing most of the girls are actually there, stay there to talk to you. It's one of the most mind-blowing things. It's so simple, but if you adhere to that, you're gonna have a very, very good time. And the fourth game hack is don't accept your situation as it is. Call out your own bullshit. I get it. You probably have a lot of stuff on your plate. You're probably a busy person. I get it. You're probably not the best looking guy. You're probably not the tallest guy. Dude, I'm 172 centimeters myself, which is what, 5'7"? I'm not the tallest guy myself, okay? You're probably not the richest guy. You're probably not the most popular guy. I get it. But here's what, you can do two things with your life situation. You can use it as a reason not to do things. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to challenge the mainstream narrative of what makes an attractive man, and I'm going to go out and see what happens. This is key. Whatever your excuse is, not enough time, too short, too tall, too old, too young, I don't have a beard, my facial fucking symmetry is not there. What the fuck is facial symmetry anyway? I love it, that was perfect, thank you. What the fuck is facial symmetry? Whatever your excuse is, go out and challenge it. Don't see it as an excuse not to go out, like, oh, I'm not rich anyway, what's the purpose of going out? Go ahead and challenge it. You know what? Let me go out, talk to a girl, and see what happens. See if she can ring my bells, or if she's actually going to reject me. So here's what you practically need to do when you go out and talk to a girl in a nightclub or on the street or wherever it is. Go in there with no expectations, with zero expectations of winning, and also zero expectations of losing. Okay, many guys that go in and they're like, oh, I'm probably going to get rejected because I'm short, old, fat, thin, whatever the fuck it is. So you're going to go in and you're going to subconsciously make yourself get rejected just so you were right about it. No, go in with no expectations. Again, adhere to the rule of I'm going to talk to her until she walks away, until she tells me to leave. And you'll be surprised how many times you're actually going to have a very, very good time with that girl. Challenge your own excuses. The cool thing is, you'll prove yourself wrong many times. And honestly, proving yourself wrong is a very cool feeling. I thought she wouldn't like me because she's so much taller than me. Now we're having sex. I guess I was wrong. I'll be happy to be proven wrong more and more with this kind of shit. Understand that. This is stuff we're doing in my mentoring program. In the mentoring program, we have a very closely knit, tight group that we're coaching on an ongoing basis. And guess what? These guys are not necessarily good looking. These guys are not tall. These guys are not rich, la-di-da. These guys are people from all around the world with very, very regular jobs, regular lives, average or below average looks, yet they post great results. My coaches post great results. Everybody shares these results, and all you're doing when you're in this group is just looking at all these guys crushing it, so you actually get proof every day that, holy shit, it does not matter. I can actually get great results regardless of my looks, of my age, or whatever the fuck it is. So again, go out, challenge your excuse, whatever excuse that is, challenge it, and then see what happens. You'll prove yourself wrong, and as a little side note, you'll prove your haters wrong, which is the much sweeter. Imagine you're going out with a new girlfriend, you're chilling in a restaurant, you're chilling at the bar, she's taller than you, she's way better looking than you, and you're just this like average, below average fuck. Enjoy the looks of all the other guys in the bar. One of the most satisfying things in the world. This brings me to the next hack. Okay, now game hack number 5 is very interesting, right? This is where things get really interesting. Follow up with every girl hard. Because once you're kind of good at this whole interactions with girls, you're gonna get a bunch of numbers, gonna get a bunch of Instagrams and Snapchats, and then what happens is you kind of lose some of them. Some of them slip through the cracks. Cracks. You're going to forget about one girl, then one girl stops replying and you don't hit her up again, la-di-da, and at the end of the day, 20 numbers, 20 Instagram DMs turn into 3. Turn into 2, turn into 1 date, right? It's not really a good ratio for you. So you need to be able to follow up with those girls really hard. You can do that just like, okay, I'm gonna follow up hard. Or you can create something that is called a women management system, okay? This is basically something very simple. Put this shit in an Excel sheet, okay? One column for the name, one column for general information, one column for your plan with this girl, and one column for, extra comments, whatever. What you're doing now is every single girl that you have exchanged numbers with or exchanged Instagram with, you're going to put her into your women management system with the name, with the general information, etc. What you put into the information column is everything you guys have talked about, okay? Any fun inside joke you might have had, any information about what she's doing, what her age is, where she's from, what part of the city she lives in, any information. You need to know that, because any information you have about her will help you actually get to know her even better. And then into the plan with her column, that's what you're going to write in, like, okay, plan with her is on this Friday, go out on a date, bring her to the favorite coffee that she has, because I know from her information that she likes specific type of coffee. That also means on Thursday, hit her up with this funny thing that we've talked about. And now, boom, Thursday comes, and instead of being like, oh, I don't know what to write, I guess whatever, just kind of half-ass it, you know exactly what to write, and you're actually able to follow up with this girl. And then again, you can update every single girl you're talking to. And it sounds so weird. You might be inclined to think now, well, no, I'm good. I'll have it in my head. I know, I got it. But it does miracles for you. I really, really want to emphasize the importance and the great things that a women management system can bring you. Every morning you will wake up, you look at your women management system, you're always going to be able to have in your head the girls that you want to get with, how to follow up with them. You're not going to forget girls. It's really, really one of the greatest things to keep following up with these girls really, really well. And on a side note, I get this too many times. Guys are like, oh, she probably won't reply anyway, so what is the point of hitting her up? This has personally never been me, but I've heard it many times that guys would get a number from a girl, and because they would feel inferior to her, they're like, oh, I'm not even going to hit her up. Because the thing is, it feels good to just get her number, right? You won when you got her number and you don't hit her up again, basically depriving yourself of the possibility of failing. But at the same time, it's vanity metrics, right? Oh, I got her number, I'm happy, now I can, brush my ego, it's great. but at the same time, you want to be able to follow up with this girl. And even if you get rejected from the text game, or she says, hey, I have a boyfriend, I don't want to meet you, la-di-da, at least you can pat yourself on the shoulder for real this time, saying you did everything in your power to try to get with this girl, okay? By the way, as a side note, with the women management system, this is also something that we work on in great detail in the mentoring group. Again, if you set this women management system up right, if you do a couple things correctly, you're going to follow up with these girls really well, and your conversion rate, if you will, goes up like crazy. Game hack number 6 is actually my all-time favorite game hack, and that is don't ask my house is burning questions. What is a my house is burning question? Something like, what do I do when the friends come in and cock block me? Right? It's the same question as asking, what do I do when my house is burning? Well, why did you fucking set your house on fire, dude? How do you avoid setting your house on fire in the first place? How do you avoid being cock-blocked by the friends in the first place, okay? What do I do if I was really chody over text game? Dude, the solution is don't be chody over text game, okay? Someone who's bad at game always makes stupid mistakes and then tries to fix them, whereas somebody who's good at game tries to set up his own approach, his own game in a way so he can actually win right away. Okay, again, what do I do when I have approach anxiety? No, it's not about what do I do in the moment I feel approach anxiety. It's how can I set my life up in a freaking way so I don't feel scared all the time. Have the foresight to understand how do I not set my freaking house on fire. Set yourself up for success. Don't ask what do I do if my house is burning questions. Another example, what do I do when I'm friend zoned? Well, you've been fucking friend zoned. Try to get out of it, made an extra video about that, but the better solution is to not get friend zoned in the first place. Don't do stupid things, try to avoid them in the first place. Which, excuse me, which brings us to the 7th game hack, and this one is very powerful. Check it out. And when I say don't make stupid mistakes, I understand that it's unavoidable. Look, we're all human. I've made a lot of stupid mistakes myself, and you're probably gonna make some mistakes yourself. And that's totally cool. However, game hack number 7 is really powerful in this regard, and that is learn from others' mistakes, okay? Just if you look at a timeline, how many mistakes can you possibly make per week in order to learn from them? Imagine you got 5 dudes that have been making all these mistakes already, that continuously make the mistakes for you, they learn from it, and then they help you not making these mistakes yourself. Imagine you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dudes that are all where you already want to be, that are all getting the results with the women that you're into, that are dating the exact women that are your type, that are, you know, getting with the women that you want on a daily basis. Imagine these guys. Imagine you have access to these guys. Imagine, you know, you could sit down with a group of hardcore alpha males, if you want to call it like that. Imagine you could sit down with a group of hardcore alpha males every single day. You know, you share your experiences with them. You tell them how the date went. They text for you. You know, like, oh, dude, let me text you this girl for you, okay? Here's what you got to do. Oh, now she wants to meet you, right? Imagine you can report to them on every night, every date, everything you're doing, and they help you out. They say, this was a mistake. You should do this better. Oh, this was doing well. They guide you through the jungle of frustration and confusion. Imagine how good you could go, how good you can become with that shit. Imagine how many great results you can get, right? As a side note, that's exactly what we're doing in the RSD Max mentoring program. You have access to me personally. You have access to all my coaches. We're there to support you 24/7. We text for you, we help you out, we analyze your nights, we analyze your dates. It's incredible. On top of that, you got the support structure from all the other guys that are in the mentoring program, from the advanced guys who are in the advanced mentoring program. It's incredible. And I'm so freaking grateful that I created this program where I can get inspired from. You know, it's my program, I'm teaching it, but I get inspired from all these average guys getting all these above average crazy freaking results. I mean, look at this. We'll pop some results in here. This is stuff that average guys are getting, and I see that. I wake up to this every day, and it leaves me more humble than ever, and it leaves me more grateful to be in this position, to be an RSD instructor than ever. And this is just really freaking cool. So I want to thank you. If you're in a mentoring program, I want to thank you for being in a mentoring program. You hear it every freaking day. You hear it on all the Skype group calls that we have. And if you're just a guy who watches this, also thank you for that. But at the same time, I want you to take action, okay? You're watching this video still. You're still watching because there's probably some sort of pain point in your life. You're watching this video probably because you're not 100 out of 100 on your epicness scale. You're not 100 out of 100 happy or satisfied with the results that you're getting. Maybe you're not getting the hot girls that you want. Maybe you're not getting with them consistently enough. You're still watching this means you're probably still not 100 out of 100 happy, which is something I can offer you now, and that is the following. I want you to jump on a phone call with us, on an actual free of charge phone call with Team RSD Max. On that phone call, you're going to tell us your situation. On that phone call, you're going to tell us where you want to get, what your goals are, and we're going to develop a battle plan together with you entirely for free. If you then want to join the RSD Max mentoring program, that's great. Let us know. We can see how exactly we can serve you with that. But at the very least, you get a free consulting call. This is my gift to you as a thank you for all these years of support, as a thank you for putting me into this position where I can sit in the cold, full of happiness, sharing the latest, most epic value with you. So again, thank you very, very much. The way you can join this phone call, by the way, is there's a link in the description below or a link popping up somewhere right now. You click this link, it will bring you to an application form. You fill out that application, it takes you 1 minute max, and then you can actually book the exact time slot where we're going to call you entirely free of charge. So click that link right now and we'll be speaking very, very soon. As a side note, if the link still works, even if you're watching this video after it came out, if the link still works, it means we still have spots open. Jump on that call. Last but not least, remember what I said earlier. It's not about content, it's about opportunity. If it was about the content of just watching some videos, everybody would get the results. It's about opportunity. And this phone call right now is your opportunity to finally actually get results. Not to feel good, not to feel ready, but to actually get tangible results. This is your opportunity right now. Click on this link below or wherever it appears right now. Jump on a phone call with us and we'll help you out. That leaves me with nothing else to say other than from the bottom of my heart, from a weird Austrian cowboy from the countryside, thank you. And talk very, very soon. GG.